So today I wanted to discuss the new legal right to repair. So in Britain in this summer, and this is a European piece of legislation, so it will be across Europe, there'll be a new legal right to repair. What this means is that appliances that you typically buy at home, say your washing machine, your TV, those type of appliances, will now, manufacturers will have a legal obligation to provide spare parts for sale to consumers for the first time. And I actually think this is a great piece of legislation. Repairing things like washing machines is not something that has typically been a huge issue. I can understand the legislation and why it's focused on appliances such as washing machines, because of all the waste that's produced, all the landfill waste. They take up a lot of space and they're big things, and they should last longer than they currently do. Although my own personal experience is that getting a washing machine fixed, and I've had to get a few fixed over the years, it's not been terribly difficult. I've not had a terrible, horrendous experience with it. But saying that, I know that new modern washing machines, especially the smart ones, are going to be increasingly more difficult to repair. We'll get into why that will be later on in the video. There's a lot of things happening in technology right now that are making repair more difficult. And I think this is a great time for this piece of legislation. I actually don't think it goes far enough. So at the moment it's limited to household appliances, but it's limited those appliances and specified and given examples of such as washing machines and TVs. I would also like to see included in that laptops and tablets to some degree. Now this is going to be controversial in the sense that this is quite a difficult thing to do, because tablets and laptops are increasingly getting smaller and lighter. So they have to do things like solder on components, and phones as well. So they have to solder on components like SSDs, they solder on, like in MacBooks they do that. In some of the Microsoft Pro products they do that as well. They solder on all these components in the RAM. So things that you could typically change in an older laptop or a bigger laptop, you can't do in some of these newer ones that really focus on design and lightness and weight and those type of things. And I think this is a really bad trend, especially for the consumer. It means you can't upgrade those devices, and hard drives are designed to fail. Whether it's an SSD or spinning disk, it's designed to fail. They only have a limited number of read and writes, even on an SSD. So it has a lifespan. And for me, those things are easy to change out, and they should always be easy to change out on devices. They shouldn't be soldered on to a device. You can replace those when they fail, and then you still have access to the device that you've probably paid quite a lot of money for. And we're seeing this trend not just in tablets and laptops, but also vehicles as well. So Teslas, for example, have soldered on SSDs. SSDs are designed to fail. So if your SSD fails in your car and everything else is working, you have to send it to Tesla to get it fixed. To me, this is crazy. Changing a hard drive should be really, 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 really simple. And there's no reason when you've got that much space, i.e. the size of a car, soldered on hard drives. It makes no sense. You're not trying to save space. You're not trying to, you don't have the constraints of working in the limitations of the capacity of a phone. It makes no sense at all. So I would like to see the legislation actually go further and put things like laptops and tablets, and they could, the way they could get around the design piece is to put weight and size in. So if a laptop is a certain size or a certain weight, then it should have a removable SSD. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Leave your comments below. Speak soon. See you on the next one. Bye.